Have you ever wondered why some people seem to accomplish so much, while others struggle to get through the day? This is an intriguing question that has been asked by many. Perhaps you have pondered it while watching a high-achieving colleague or a successful entrepreneur. Maybe you've even questioned it about yourself as you've tried to understand why some days are more productive than others. Now consider this. There are individuals out there who seem to have a never-ending supply of energy. They're always on the go, always achieving, always pushing boundaries and constantly growing, both personally and professionally. They seem to be in a perpetual state of motion, constantly propelling forward, reaching their goals and setting new ones. On the other hand, there are also those who appear to trudge through life. They struggle to get out of bed, find it difficult to concentrate, and lack the enthusiasm to push through tasks. They are often in a state of confusion and disarray, finding it difficult to stay on track and accomplish their goals. They might have the same number of hours in a day, the same opportunities, and even similar skill sets, yet they struggle to keep up, to stay motivated and driven. What is it that differentiates these two groups? What secret do the high achievers know that the strugglers don't? Could it be something as simple as a healthy diet, regular exercise, or getting enough sleep? Or is it something more complex, like a deep-rooted mindset or a psychological factor? The answer is more profound than you might think. The difference between these two groups is not just about external factors or personal habits. It's not about who has more intelligence or who has a better routine. It's much deeper than that. It lies in a single powerful force that drives every action, every thought, and every decision. This force is akin to a silent engine that keeps us moving, even when the road ahead seems steep and full of hurdles. It's what makes us get up in the morning and what keeps us working late into the night. It's what pushes us to try again after a failure, and what inspires us to aim for the impossible. What is this force, you ask? It's motivation. It all boils down to one powerful force: motivation. Picture this. A young woman named Sarah, fresh out of college, embarks on her professional journey by landing her first job in a bustling, energetic city. She's excited, nervous, and ready to start carving her own path, a fresh graduate with bright eyes and a heart full of dreams. With a newly minted degree in hand and a spark of ambition in her eyes, Sarah steps into this pulsating metropolis, ready to take on the world. Her enthusiasm is contagious, and she's filled with a sense of purpose, ready to prove her capabilities and make her presence felt in the sea of professionals. Each skyscraper, every busy, and all the lively cafes seem to echo her enthusiasm and resonate with her dreams. The city, with its towering structures and teeming population, seems to welcome her, promising endless opportunities. As the days gradually transform into weeks, she gets a closer look at the realities of her job. Her once a symbol of her dreams and aspirations begins to feel like a prison. The view from her office window, which once inspired her, now only reminds her of the monotonous cycle of work she's stuck in. Amidst the ceaseless hum of the city, she finds herself embroiled in an endless routine of mundane tasks, feeling as though she's merely a tiny cog in the massive corporate machine, lost in the crowd. The once enchanting city now feels overbearing, its skyscrapers casting long, intimidating shadows over her dreams. The first inklings of doubt start creeping into her mind. She questions her decisions, wondering if she has made the right choices. As she stares at the city skyline from her tiny apartment, her future, once bright and promising, now seems uncertain and bleak. The city, once her ally, now feels like an indifferent observer to her struggle. Her once vibrant enthusiasm to wane, replaced by a growing sense of disillusionment. She feels adrift, lost in the sea of faces, wondering if her aspirations were just naive dreams of a fresh graduate. Her heart, earlier filled with hope and excitement, now carries the weight of her disillusionment. But as the days turn into weeks, she finds herself overwhelmed, stuck in a cycle of mundane tasks, feeling as though she's merely a cog in a machine. She begins to question her choices. Her future looks bleak, and her enthusiasm wanes. Then one day, Sarah stumbles upon a quote by Mark Twain. It's a seemingly innocent day, marked by the comforting routine of her everyday life. She's scrolling aimlessly through her social media feed, her mind preoccupied with the mundanities of life and work, when suddenly her eyes catch a simple sentence that seems to stand out amidst the clutter. It's a quote by Mark Twain, a revered author whose wit and wisdom she has always admired. "The secret ahead is getting started." The sentence, straightforward and concise, hits her like a bolt of lightning. It seems to echo in her mind, resonating with the underlying restlessness she's been feeling lately. Reads it again, letting the words sink in, letting them stir up the dormant consciousness within her. It's a profound realization. She understands that to bring a real change in her life, she needs to take that first step. She needs to initiate action rather than waiting for it to happen. It dawns on her that doesn't have to stand around, awaiting opportunities like a passenger waiting for a train. Instead, she has the power to create them, to be the engine driving her own journey. This newfound understanding of her capabilities shakes her out of her complacency. It transforms her perspective towards her job, her career. She starts seeing work not as a burden, but as a platform to showcase her skills, to contribute, to make a difference. She starts taking on new challenges, suggesting innovative improvements, and stepping out of her comfort zone. Her colleagues notice the change in her. They see a woman driven by ambition and initiative, a woman who's no longer content with just going through the motions. She's proactive, energetic, and full of fresh ideas. She's truly come into her own, and it's inspiring to watch. This sense of motivation doesn't just revolutionize her career trajectory, it permeates into every aspect of her existence. From being a mere spectator, she becomes an active participant in her life. Her attitude towards work spills over into her personal life, teaching her the value of being proactive, of not waiting for things to happen but making them happen. Her motivation doesn't just change her career trajectory, it changes her life. Motivation is a force that can transform your life, just like it did for Sarah. It's this invisible energy, an intangible pull that propels us forward, drives us to keep going. It invigorates us, fuels our passions and dreams, and inspires us to reach for the stars. This isn't just rhetoric or a theoretical belief. It's a reality that many of us, including Sarah, have experienced firsthand. Sarah was an ordinary girl, living in an ordinary world. She was surrounded by the average, submerged in mediocrity. Her life was a loop of routines, a blend of monotony and predictability. The spark within her was dim, just barely flickering, gasping for breath under the weight of ordinary. But then, motivation found her. She discovered this potent force, this incredible power of motivation. It opened her eyes to the possibility of a life beyond the ordinary. It fueled her with the fire of ambition, the drive to achieve, and the courage to face any obstacle that stood in her way. It transformed her from an everyday girl to an extraordinary woman, filled with the power to change her world. Why is motivation such a powerful force? It's because, at its core, motivation is about desire. It's about wanting something so much that you're willing to move mountains to get it. The force of motivation is so strong, so potent, that it can make the impossible seem possible. It can make mountains movable, obstacles surmountable, and the unimaginable achievable. Motivation enables us to believe in ourselves, to trust in our capabilities, and to fight for our dreams. It's a force that empowers us to break our shackles, to shatter the glass ceiling, and to defy the norms that confine us. But motivation isn't just about ambition or desire, it's also about resilience. It's about the capacity to endure, to withstand life's storms and come out stronger. It's about the strength to push through the challenges, to persevere when the going gets tough, and to never give up no matter what. Just like it did for Sarah, motivation can create magic in your life. It can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, the impossible into the possible, and the dreams into reality. It can help you overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and make a difference. Think about Thomas Edison. This man was not an ordinary individual. He was a man of vision, a man of determination, an embodiment of resilience. He was an inventor, scientist, and businessman, a self-made man who changed the world with his remarkable inventions. Now picture this. He was working on one of his most significant projects, the creation of an invention that would revolutionize the way we live, the humble light bulb. But this path of innovation was not a straightforward one. It was filled with obstacles, setbacks, hurdles. Altogether, he failed over 1,000 times in his attempts. Imagine the magnitude of that. 1,000 failures. Each failure a blow to his efforts, each a challenge to his resolve. But you see, Edison was not the type to bow down to failure. He was not the one to admit defeat. He faced each setback with an undying spirit, an unflinching resolve that was truly inspiring. Did he give up? The answer is a resounding no. His heart was set on his goal. His mind was steadfast on his vision. A lesser man might have succumbed, might have accepted defeat, but not Edison. He remained tenacious and tireless, undeterred by the mounting failures, undaunted by the rising challenges. In his own words, he once proclaimed, "I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Can you feel the strength in those words? Can you fathom the determination behind them? This was not a declaration of defeat, but a reaffirmation of his unwavering did not see the failed attempts as failures per se. Instead, he saw them as learning opportunities, as stepping stones on his path to success. Each rejection, each failure led him closer to his goal. It honed his skills, his knowledge, and his understanding. It made him stronger, wiser, and more determined. It was not just about the invention of the light bulb, it was about the journey of perseverance, the journey of determination, the journey of unwavering motivation. It was his unwavering motivation, his indomitable spirit, and his unyielding belief in his vision that led him to one of the most transformative inventions in human history. The light bulb, a symbol of hope, of progress, of innovation, is a testament to his resilience, his courage, and his unyielding pursuit of knowledge. But how can you harness this power in your own life? Let's start by expounding on the first aspect, setting clear, achievable goals. This step is essential in the journey Your Potential. It's about identifying something you're passionate about, something that ignites a fire within you. It could be learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or becoming proficient in digital marketing. Whatever it may be, having a clear goal provides you with a distinct target to aim for. Not only does it give you a destination, but it also helps to map out the route you need to take to get there. It's like programming a GPS. Once you know where you're going, the guidance system can plot the best route, giving you turn-by-turn directions. This is what goal setting does for your life. It provides a sense of direction, offering you a pathway to follow and a course to stay on. Once you have your goals set, the part is focusing on your mindset. Surround yourself with positivity. This is more than just having a positive outlook. It's about an environment that nourishes and encourages that positivity. Spending time with people who inspire you is a part of this. Seek out mentors, people who have been where you are now and have reached where you want to go. Their experience can guide you, their success can motivate you, and their wisdom can enlighten you. In addition to surrounding yourself with inspiring individuals, immerse yourself in books and films that uplift you. Literature and cinema have a profound way of touching our hearts and shaping our minds. They can provide inspiration, deliver powerful messages, and ignite a spark within us. Maintaining a positive mental attitude is also key. Positivity is contagious. The more you cultivate it within yourself, the more it spreads to those around you. It's a cycle that feeds itself, creating a ripple effect of positivity. But remember, motivation often comes from within, and it can also be influenced by external factors. You have to be the driving force behind your motivation. It's about taking charge, pushing yourself, and not waiting for motivation to strike. Instead, you ignite it. Finally, don't be afraid of failure. In the grand scheme of things, failures are just stepping stones towards success. So take a leaf out of Thomas Edison's book and use each failure as a learning opportunity, a tool to help you grow. Always remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. In conclusion, motivation is a powerful force that can propel you towards your goals. This force is like that unseen hand, that guiding light, that faithful companion that stays with you come rain or shine. urging you to keep going, to keep pushing, no matter how steep the climb or how rough the terrain. It is that persistent whisper in your ear that says, "You can do this, you're stronger than you think, you're capable of more than you know." It's the kind of force that can truly transform your life in phenomenal ways. Take the examples of Sarah and Thomas Edison. They were ordinary individuals who were able extraordinary things, empowered by the force of motivation. Sarah wasn't born wealthy, she didn't have endless resources at her disposal, and yet, her unwavering motivation to create a better life for herself led her to become one of the most successful entrepreneurs of her time. Thomas Edison, a man who needs no introduction, faced countless failures and rejections, but his motivation to bring light into the world never dimmed. His motivation was his driving force, the wind beneath his wings, leading him to invent the electric bulb. So what does it take to harness this powerful force? The first step is to set clear, achievable goals. Goals are like the lighthouse that guides a ship in a stormy sea. They provide us direction and purpose. Having clear goals gives focus to our actions and decisions. It ensures that every step we take is a step in the right direction. The next step is to surround yourself with positivity. Positivity fuels motivation. It is the fuel that keeps the fire of motivation burning. Surround yourself with positive people. Create a positive indulge in positive thoughts. Let positivity be the air you breathe, the water you drink. Let it seep into every fiber of your being. Embracing failure is the next crucial step. Failure is not the end, rather it is the beginning of a new journey. It is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. Embrace failure, learn from it, grow from it, and let it be the stepping stone to your success. Harness the power of motivation and watch as your life transforms.